Hey guys, Bowhunting RadNek here. I have a review for you on this episode. The Diamond Edge 320. This is a cool little bow. I was actually shockingly surprised how well this little bow is put together and how little you have to spend on this thing. So let's get this video rolling. Nothing new under the sun. One life to live, seeking fun. But shallow is the self-lived life. For me, myself, oh, so much strife. But Jesus is the answer for a life perplexed and wanting more. It's never easy self to deny, but it's the only way to a life on high. Alright guys, just a quick disclaimer. I am presently shooting a Mathews V3, which is about a $1,300 bow. So the reality of the comparison between the Diamond Edge 320 and a Mathews V3, they are worlds apart. They're not even in the same category. So please understand that going into this. I can be a little hard on these entry-level bows or these beginner-level bows or these what you might term budget bows. But having said that, I've shot a few of these beginner level bows or budget bows as of lately, and this Diamond Edge 320, considering the level at which you're coming in, probably a beginner bow, this is a great little bow. I was actually shockingly surprised at how well this bow is put together. Let's first go through the specs. First of all, the specs. You're going to find this bow is very adjustable. The draw length goes all the way from 15 to 31 inches. That means about a 6'2" guy, 6'3" guy maybe, who has a 31-inch draw can start with this bow as a beginner and shoot at those lower poundages and bring that up all the way to 70 pounds if you need to. And so a lot of growth in there if you got a young kid that is to purchase this bow, and let's say they only have like an 18-inch draw length and they start out at age 9, because this bow really can work for a 9-10-year-old, I believe. They've got all that stretch of draw length to grow into over time. The draw weight goes all the way from 7 to 70 pounds. Now, to get that draw weight down, you got to be careful because sometimes these the string will actually pop off the cam. So you got to be careful of getting that draw weight too low. But the reality is, I don't know that I would shoot a 7-pound bow. That's kind of you might have that thing popping off the cams, but you can get the draw weight really low on this bow, which is good. And you can grow into it. A little child pulling 20 pounds to start, maybe 18-inch draw length, and then growing into an adult who's maybe shooting a 29-inch draw with a 65-pound pull or something like that. So this has a lot of adaptability in this bow. The speed rating on it on the top level is 320. You're not going to get that unless you're in a test situation probably, but that's a very good speed for a bow of this entry point. The brace height is 7 1/4 inches, which is very forgivable. The further back you get that brace height, and the brace height is from the handle to the string when it's fully let down. And the further that is, the more forgiving this bow is because the less torque you're going to have on that bow. So this bow is very forgiving in shooting. Axle to axle is 32 inches. It's a little bit longer than what I like, but it definitely is a good length of a bow. Can shoot pretty much anywhere out of a tree stand, out of a blind, out of any kind of hunting situation that you might come up against. Mass weight is 3.6 pounds, and that's good because a younger child is not going to want to have a 4+ pound bow. a little bit too heavy for them, so that's very helpful in that sense. The effective let off is 85%, which is really good. That's right at what I like to shoot, 85% let off. There's enough tension at the back wall where it still makes you a good shooter, and yet not so much that you don't have enough let off that you're not holding a whole lot of weight back when you get it back at full draw. So I want to score this bow in 4 different areas: shootability, comfort, accuracy, and usability. Those 4 areas, those are the ones that I'm really concerned with. People are going to score this in different ways, but from that perspective, I want to share with you what I would do about this bow. First off, if I was in the market for getting a beginner's bow or even an intermediate bow, this would be the bow that I would get. Like I said, I've shot several of these bows now, these entry-level bows, and I found this one to be the best out of all of them. And the guy at Cabela's where I was shooting it actually told me, he says they sell a ton of these bows, so obviously it's a good seller and people like this bow. So as far as shootability goes, I would give this bow a 4.5 rating. And again, 5 is going to be perfection. I'm not going to give a bow perfection, but this is pretty close to perfection at this price point. It's very easy to shoot. The comfort level of this bow was probably what was the most shocking for me. And the comfort level, I'm going to give this bow at this price point. Again, I tend to be hard on these bows because I shoot a Matthews V3, which is an awesome bow. But at this price point, I would give this bow a 4.9 rating, because when I shot the bow, out of all the bows that I shot, it had the least amount of hand shock. And when I say hand shock, it was light, very, very light on the hand shock. I did not sense any vibration with this bow, that I could tell. And so they've done a good job in creating a bow that's going to have a whole lot less hand shock and pretty much no vibration. And usually you have to spend more money to get that out of a bow. So the comfort level is to me way up there, 4.9, in my opinion, in my experience of shooting bows over the many years I have and owning many bows over the years. Most of them professional level bows, but this one, they've really done this one right on the area of comfort. Accuracy, I'd give this one a 4. And the reason why I give it a 4 is, I mean, pretty much when I was putting the pin where it was, the sights were not very on when I was demoing this bow, but it was pretty much hitting in the same spot. I would give it a 4-star because of the fact that as much range and extension of or ability to adjust this bow, it is going to affect it being a precise bow. It's not going to be as precise as something you might spend some money for, like a Matthews V3, but it is a very accurate bow. You could use this in any hunting setting. I would say accurately out to about 40-50 yards. I don't think it would be a bow where I'd want to be shooting out past about 50 yards. I know my Matthews V3, I shoot it out to 95 yards, but that's and I can shoot pretty good at 95 yards. But that's not going to be this bow. If you're wanting that, you're going to have to spend a little bit of change to get there. The usability. I would give this a 4-star in the usability category. And what I mean by usability is tree stand hunting, box blind, and also tent blind hunting in tight quarters. A 32-inch bow is a little bit longer than what I would want to have. I usually like to shoot about something around 28 inches. Right now I'm shooting the V3 27. That's as short as I would want to go. But 32 inches is still okay. I've shot a 32-inch bow out of a tent blind before and didn't really have a problem with that. And that was the PSE, one of the PSE bows. It was 32 32¼ inches axle to axle or something like that, but it was a little over 32 inches. So it didn't have a problem. It's not going to be a problem as far as the usability goes. And the weight on the bow being 4.6 pounds, it's going to be easy to carry around through the forest, to your blind, to the tree stand, or hiking into some place, public land or whatever the case might be. So, great little bow. The cheapest I saw this bow right now, if you go to academy.com or academysports.com, I can't remember, it's Academy Sports, just Google that one. And right now they have this bow for $400. I couldn't believe it. And this is a ready to shoot bow. It has everything that you need, whisker biscuit and all the stuff that you need. The only thing you're going to need is your arrows and a release that you're going to have to buy. But $400, man, you can't beat that price. I would actually buy this bow if I was in this market for a budget bow like this. I'd actually buy this bow before I would buy the Blackout Epic, which is a $600 bow, and you're going to save $200. And I believe that one, this diamond shoots better than that bow, and quieter, and also much more smooth, much less hand shock than the Blackout bows that I tried out at Cabela's. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that review of the Diamond Edge 320. Be sure and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit the little reminder bell. We'll get you notification of any future videos that come out. We surely do appreciate you watching, and have a great season coming up. Hopefully you're out already shooting some turkey, and I hope you have a great season coming up this fall. Thanks for watching.